the attacks on Jade Helm. You got riot police behind you, I see. The police being charged with homicide and a bunch of other stuff. Where do you think all this is going, Jakari Jackson?
Jakari Jackson live from Baltimore. Well, talking about the officers, Alex, people here are very excited. We're out here at Pennsylvania Avenue, right across the street from the CVS that was burned the other day. And if we can take a pan around, you can see all the people out here commingling with the police. There are actually people out there in the middle of the street with the police officers directing traffic. So, yes, there has been a high amount of tension, but it seems like after the charges were brought today, not the indictment, but the charges on the 6 officers, people are ready to try to begin a new beginning and move forward, hopefully with a healthy relationship between the police and the people out here. As far as the police presence, it is overwhelming. As officers walk behind me right now, there are officers posted on every corner around here. National Guard posted a little bit down the street. So they are ready in case anything should happen negatively. But after the news we heard today of the multiple charges on the multiple officers, I believe the highest charge was second-degree murder. I don't anticipate any large problems. You know, you could always have a contingent of people who want to come out here and do harm. But as you can see, the real people of Baltimore are out here trying to have a healthy celebration alongside the police. Now, as far as the Walmart we had a chance to go to the other day, as you were saying earlier, Alex, you are correct. Within the city of Baltimore, they don't really sell guns and ammunition. We called a Walmart and they said, no, we don't sell guns or we don't sell ammunition within city limits. So we had to go outside Baltimore about 30 minutes to a Walmart, talk to them on the phone, and we got there. And you can see in the video the shelves were stripped bare. And I asked one of the gentlemen, I said, hey, what's going on out here? He said, we had to take all the things off the shelves, all the guns, the knives, even the BB guns, the ammunition, because in case the riots come out here, we don't want to be caught with our pants down and have our store ransacked. Now, I can understand they don't want any type of looting to happen in their store, but as far as people being able to protect themselves, I wish they would at least had it set up where you can walk up there and request, you know, a box of 9mm ammunition, and they go retrieve it for you out the back.
Sure, Jakari, what it shows is the default position that you take the guns from the people and the right to self-defense. You called, you have the Walmart representative say over the phone the same thing that the representative tells you, or partner. They have some weird word for Walmart workers. What's it called?
Partner. I think you are right.
Yeah, it's partners, because they're not actually, I guess, employees. It's some corporate legalese. And they confirm this. This shows what Walmart's going to do nationwide during civil unrest. So folks need to have their guns, their ammo, their prep supplies ahead of that. Now, I hear deafening honking going on, Jakari. What's happening there? Is that part of the celebration?
Oh, yes, there are people driving all the way up and down the street. Just a few minutes ago, a very large military convoy rolled around here as well. As you can see, I'm joking with these guys walking across the street. I don't know if they're doing shift changes, but officers continue to move strongly throughout this area. It's a huge celebration. It's pretty much like a block party of sorts, just with a bunch of police behind you. But, you know, it is a very much a celebration, and everybody out here is so far is on their best behavior, and I have every reason to believe that it's going to continue.
Well, Jakari, with the work you and Joe did going over the border, I'm going to run out of money giving you guys bonuses. You're just doing a great job.
Well, that was Biggs and Josh, but me and Biggs have done plenty.
No, I know. I'm saying you're up there in a dangerous situation as well. So you guys are doing a fabulous job, and you guys are a great team. We've got Joe Biggs there on camera, and then you're on camera for him. Wonderful reporters. We salute your work. Take us out to break with any other observations, Jakari.
Well, we spin around and show the people more.
Yeah, what happened is the mic plug just came out of the camera, I can tell. I think some folks bumped into the mic cord. It's all right.
Check.
Yeah, that's good. We got your audio. We're going to skip this break. It's so important, and then talk to the other 5 minutes, and then go back to Ironhead, John, Ian, and Adam, and Phil, and others. I promise, callers, we're going to go to you in just a moment. So we're skipping the break, Jakari, so you've got more time to pan around. This is some pretty powerful Skype video we're seeing here.
Yeah, we're going to move a little bit around so you guys get more of a feel of the area. Like I said, this is Pennsylvania Avenue and West North Avenue. As you can see, many people out here celebrating, many people out here on the sidewalks as well. There's, I believe, a minister down the street blasting over his loudspeaker, talking to the people. Many people getting interviewed. You see smiles. no riots, no looting, no Molotov cocktails, just smiling, happy people. And I'm sure this is what they want to see in their communities. You know, they didn't like the riots and the looting, the things that happened here at the CVS. They want their city to be represented as it is now, people standing together in solidarity. And yes, this is a predominantly black neighborhood, but you also have white people out here. You have young people, you have old people. Everybody's out here just trying to have a healthy time.
That's right.
A celebration, a time of healing for the city of Baltimore.
Well, we had photos and videos up in an article yesterday, what the media is not showing, of people of all race, colors, and creeds coming together to try to block the looters and rioters. Only a few hundred of them that mainly came from other areas to take advantage of it as an excuse to rob. And then we called them thugs, and they claimed that was racist. But even Obama called them thugs. And, you know, you've got thugism throughout the culture, period, that has to be called what it is. My concern is, I think they would have indicted these cops if they really thought they were doing something wrong, which they've now done. They do that all the time. I mean, I see it every day where cops are getting indicted. It's a dangerous job because if you use too much force and kill somebody, you're probably going to get charged. I'm concerned that people will think that looting caused these charges to come down. I don't think the looting had anything to do with that, Jakari.
No, I mean, when the evidence came out, we saw the press conference with the prosecutor earlier today, Miss Mosley, and she laid out all the charges, everything from second-degree murder on down to manslaughter, reckless endangerment, all types of various charges. So once the evidence came out and people could see that not only was this man arrested in a very harsh manner, but the failure to render aid definitely contributed heavily to his demise. And I'm glad that they had the foresight to really look into this and not just sweep it under the rug, because this is not a situation where sweeping something under the rug would have been a good thing.
Well, being macho and tough doesn't mean you beat people to death and they don't give them aid. That's not what being tough is. Being tough is when you actually get attacked, taking somebody out. But just beating up people in handcuffs or whatever is the ultimate cowardice. And most police aren't like this, but police departments are trying in many areas to recruit thugs. And the feds, I see, are the ones behind it most of the time. Then they turn around and want to federalize as the answer. Now, Michael Moore came out and said, the founding fathers said we had guns to protect ourselves from police. Let's disarm police. We've got some of these bizarre tweets. That's the final UN model of a communist revolution, is where they say disarm the police, guns to the people. This is what Soros just did a year and a half ago in Ukraine. People are asking, why is he saying we have guns to protect ourselves from government? Because they're now moving into the final equation. If they can't take over and get our guns that way, they'll use the guns to take over. This is a very sickening statement by the snake that is Michael Moore. Again, next demand, disarm the police. We have 4 billion Second Amendment guns in our homes for protection. We'll survive till the right cops are hired. And then he goes on to basically call for revolution and stuff. What do you make of him saying that?
Michael Moore said that, the filmmaker?
Yes.
That's completely news to me. Michael Moore, we know the guy has armed bodyguards and all this stuff, and I think he's really more pandering to the audience. I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but it just seems like a very convenient statement to make. But, you know, as far as disarming the police, I think we definitely need to retrain the police. I think when we give these guys these big federally funded vehicles, the MRAPs and all that, and then we say, well, the answer is more federalization. It's federalization that gave these guys this equipment in the first place. But if we could have more things like what we're seeing today, the police commingling with the people, yes, you do have the SWAT teams and stuff on standby, but you have the police captains and National Guardsmen out here trying to talk peacefully to the people and treat them like they're human beings. If we have more of that,
that's right. We lost his mic again. Those wireless systems are great, or those wired systems. Sometimes they get unplugged. Well, Jakari Jackson, great job. Joe Biggs is welcome later to pop in if he wants to. In fact, you can switch around if you want right now, or you can interview Joe Biggs. He can just aim the camera at the crowd, ask his 90-second take on things.
Okay, we'll just do a quick switch right here.
Again, that's Jakari Jackson and Joe Biggs doing another fabulous job. I love those guys. They make a great team. It's just so exciting as the leader of this organization to have these type of men involved with us, because they just fearlessly get out there and kick butt and work so hard. Well, Joe, you're going to get more hazard duty pay again. Great job, you and Jakari. When are you guys planning to come home?
So far, it looks like Sunday. Who knows? I mean, anything could change. Maybe later today, tomorrow, who knows? But right now, we know Sunday. But, you know, the thing to look at right now is a celebration going on. You know, a lot of people, like you said earlier, I heard you say, did looting cause this, the charges to come down? I don't believe so at all. You know, I think a thorough investigation was done. They had some witnesses that came forward and were able to compile some evidence, some compelling evidence to charge these guys. And I think that the people are happy. They got what they really wanted, because deep down, a lot of these people saw what happened. They knew what happened was police brutality. It was wrong. And that's a huge, rampant problem in our country, is the fact that it's not even something that starts at each individual substation or police station. This starts with the training. We have to change the way that we're training these young police officers who have up to like zero life experience when they come in the police force, never really used guns before, never been in combat, and don't know how to do anything. And then you give them a gun, you give them a badge, and they don't know how to react.
Well, beyond that, you've told me many times, even though you were in Iraq and Afghanistan and taking prisoners a lot, you didn't treat the public like this because you knew it would cause a vicious response.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, when you're in combat, you're going to have an assault rifle, but we always maintain weapon discipline. What that means is keeping the muzzle of the gun pointed downward as to show, you know, a decrease in force. You know, what they're doing out here is an increase in force. It's almost like the same tactics that were used in Fallujah with the curfews, the shoot first, ask questions later mentality. That's the mentality that has to stop in America with our police force. We need to take a step back and go back to being peace officers.
Absolutely. Listen, I don't know if you guys have been working really hard. I'm sure you probably hadn't had lunch or whatever, but this celebration's big video. I really want you guys, as my final directive, you can obviously cover whatever you want, targets of opportunity. I want you to interview the good, the bad, and the ugly. I want you to interview the nice folks, the happy folks, but also I want to interview, other people. I want to show a full spectrum of people on the street during this celebration. So go ahead and get ready for that. I want to get to some calls right now, but please shoot a report of the celebration and what people have to say and what they want.
Roger that, Alex Jones. We copy.
Because I see people coming up wanting to say things. In fact, let's just randomly ask folks why they're happy. Just going out to break, then I'll come back to break and go to calls nonstop.
Excuse me, you mind talking? So tell us how you're feeling today after you found out that the 6 officers involved in this entire thing are going to be charged.
I feel the same way. Truth be told, I feel the same way.
You feel happy? You're glad?
Mixed feelings, man.
So what are the mixed feelings then?
Mixed feelings is because of the charges. They was less, man. They was real small, man, compared to the whole situation. If they said if they're supposed to be charged with first-degree murder or premeditated murder, but that was their intent. They had intent to harm this man. You see what I'm saying? So I don't understand why they just got second-degree assaults and things like that. And voluntary manslaughter,
you have to
4 years
set out
That's
to kill.
You get found guilty at trial. So a judge could get them probation or anything or let them go.
Explain to him that they couldn't convict him on that they'd get off if they charged him too strong.
I'm a lifelong resident in Baltimore City. I've been through it all my life with police brutality, man. All my life. You can check my record, man. It ain't nothing to brag about, man. But, yeah, it's bad, man. I almost died a couple times.
So what do you think about this? You know, the charges are just the first step in this entire ordeal. Now, what happens if they don't get indicted? What do you think? What's going to happen with that?
Well, there's people already spoken, man. They already showed you what they're going to do.
Well, they're being indicted now.
We saw what happened with the Michael Brown case. You know, everyone, without a shadow of doubt, thought that officer was going to be indicted, and then it didn't happen. I mean, do you think it's going to end up like that or no? Or do you think there's enough evidence to go through with an indictment?
Yes. No? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I really do.
Yeah, they're being indicted.
What about you?
Well, I think that if they don't get indicted, I think we'll have a replay of what happened
on Monday.
On Monday, being charged is one thing, but following through with it and getting justice for what happened.
Do you think that the prosecutor Mosby, you think she's going to do her best to make sure that indictment comes down on the 6 officers?
Well, I'm praying that she does her best.
I mean, do you know about her background, right? Both her mother, father, police, and she's, backed up by the Baltimore police.
And that's what the citizens are worried about because she's affiliated with the police department.
All right, we got to go to break. Keep it up, Joe. You're doing a great job. Do a live feed, shoot HD. Great report, great reporting by our team, and you're funding it all out there, listeners. We're going to come back to Ironhead. Stay with us.